So you guys, some crazy news just dropped. Pokemon Junichi Masuda, the big guy at Pokemon, has just responded to all the fans' comments. And I will say this much, it does not look good for bring back the national decks. The reason why I say that is because he responded basically by saying, just pulling it up really quickly here for myself. Thank you to all our fans for caring so deeply about Pokemon. Recently, I shared the news that some Pokemon cannot be transferred into Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. I've read all your comments and appreciate your love and passion for Pokemon. Just like all of you, we are passionate about Pokemon, and each and every one of them is important to us. After so many years of developing the Pokemon games, this was a very difficult decision for me. I'd like to make one thing clear. Even if a specific Pokemon is not available in Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield, that does not mean it will not appear in future games. The world of Pokemon continues to evolve. The Galar region offers a new Pokemon to encounter, trainers to battle, and adventures to embark on. We are pouring our hearts into these games, and we hope that you are looking forward to joining us on this new journey. June 28th, 2019, Junichi Masuda. That's huge, because it confirms a couple of things. Just because a Pokemon is not in the next games does not mean it won't be in the future games. However, having said that, basically what he's saying is that it's set in stone. You guys, there's no national decks. It's not likely that they're going to bring it back at this point. I don't think that they would be sticking to their guns this heavily if that was the case. If it wasn't the case that they would be bringing back the national decks, then no, wait, what? I'm confusing myself. Hang on a second. So, if it was the case that they are bringing back the national decks, they would not have doubled down so heavily on these comments. Like, to me, that is insane. Not that it's not in a bad way necessarily, but at least they're sticking to their guns, and that they're actually trying, according to this message at least, that they're trying their best to make the Pokemon games good. And I can at least respect that. Granted that it does seem like Gamefreak has gotten sloppy with the releases as of recent. However, I will give them the benefit of the doubt that those things will be refined by the time Pokemon Sword and Shield are released. It's kind of, for me, a mixed bag of beans at this point. Mainly because it's basically set in stone. There's no national decks. However, it for me, it kind of, Pokemon did, if you have seen my other videos, Pokemon has hit a point where they're starting to become far too many Pokemon, and they do have to be selective about that. And I guess, given time, I can see the fan base slowly adjusting to this. I think that Pokemon, definitely the number of copies sold will go down. I'm not going to debate that. I think it will go down. But at the same time, I think that this was a move that Pokemon had to make at some point. Like, you can't, if you go on developing Pokemon for the next 5 years even, where there's probably more likely than not two generations of just new Pokemon, assuming each one has 75 Pokemon, that's already a Pokedex of almost 1,000. And now you have to do that again and again and again and again for every single game. The work does not get easier. It only gets exponentially harder, right? And yes, you can say, oh, you make the same models and what have you. But actually, if you take a look at the fidelity of the models from Pokemon Go and compare them to what we've seen in the Switch on Pokemon Sword and Shield, the Pokemon on Sword and Shield are actually so much higher quality. It's insane. Here I have this example of a Machoke, and there's so many things going on with this Machoke. You can see the curvature and the definition. It's his chest isn't just a flat piece anymore. It's actually the shadows around his chest give it volume. You can actually see the damn Machoke's toes, for crying out loud, not just a couple little stubbles, right? So. And that's just one Pokemon. Imagine doing another 799 of them. That's insane. So I think that Game Freak did make the right decision in eliminating the number of Pokemon in the game, but it really is a heartbreaking decision, and it's it sucks to hear it, but I think that this was a move that had to be made. And I'm slowly starting to be able to understand why that's the case. Yeah, but let me know your guys' thoughts on this. I know most of you are probably going to be pretty disappointed. I am as well, but I have hope that Gamefreak will use this experience to learn, and that, you know, the fact that he sent this letter out, that Junichi Masuda sent this letter out in the first place, shows he actually cares about what the fans think, which is huge for me, because most good companies or game developers go down in flames because they don't listen to their fan base. But at least in this case, they are defending their actions, but they are responding at the very least, which is a good sign, because I think this is the first time that Pokemon's really had to go and do something like this. So yeah, let me know your thoughts below. I am doing a giveaway for the Mewtwo level X. It ends very soon, in like 3 days, July 1st. Yeah, check that video out. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the description below. Dislike the video if you didn't enjoy it. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace.